This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an This orange machine is dead. Ice squeaks. This orange machine is dead. Ice squeaks beneath. This orange machine is dead still. Ice squeaks beneath your caval's. This orange machine is dead. Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Kavalzund multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words "off-site copy" written on its side. You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding.
We should take it back to Miss Lucan and killed as soon as possible.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on? Tiles on the cube are still smoke. Tiles on the cube are like a smooth draw. The filaments, the speaker comes to life.
Good afternoon. Doctor, please repeat. Is this the good? No, that's...
Maybe it's the second part of the leitmotif you saw on the stained glass window.
Good. I've unlocked the
Ka-ching.
fortress accident. Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. It sounds like something cracks. Before the piece of paper stops, something's broken. Machines aren't supposed to behave like this. The paper is soaked with ink. Its monochrome darkness spanning from margin to margin. It's not possible to make out any information. A single speck of white shines out from the shade. For some reason, marked by the devil itself.
Odd. Something is obviously broken here.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard. The filament slides out of its glowing nest. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 50. Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know 57.
In the cabin,
Make way for the master poet.
Yes, what is it? Yes? Thanks. Looks like it's the one. Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it. I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to watch. What an intricate display of fate.
the paper starts filling out with ink. So it's the abyss staring back at you. Sona doesn't reply. Her hands running.
Here! I found it! Hold on. Shh! Just
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
done! I've got it! I found the location of the anomaly! I found the coordinates!
She's beaming. You can feel it in your heart. Great job.
Thank you! There, in the swallow. Think you can help me again? I need you to go move those water bolts for me. I need to just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third ball 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth ball 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick. Thanks.
It's awfully side. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls. Each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor. It moves like a ghost. Some water spills out of the bowl. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging
Yes, what is it? Great. Everything should be aligned now.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
Yeah, nothing. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes. Honestly, I'm a little scared. I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen? What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is... I don't know. I'm just scared.
Like that evil ink that filled the printout, erasing coherence and meaning.
Maybe I'm just tired. Yeah, you're right. Let's do it.
The lieutenant takes a step back, and then nothing. Nothing happens as Sona Lokanen-Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. She doesn't answer. Her eyes
Damn it! Yeah, nothing happened. Let's...
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should... But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it... You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes.
Silence is silence? This can't be it. You should have a listen.
Yes, what is it? what is it?
All you hear is your own breathing.
Yes, what is it?
All you hear is your own breathing.
Yes, what is it?
All you hear is your own breathing.
Yes, what is it?
All you hear is your own breathing, heavy and hoarse.
Yes, what is it?
All you hear is your own breathing, heavy.
Yes, what is it?
Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. then the pressure changes. It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood people. You mean the speed freaks? Of course, the speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would... I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Brilliant negotiating there, detective, as always.
Sure. Let me know how it goes. Thanks, officer.
Again. So, how are things going?
Yes. What? Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water. Oh. It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
It does, doesn't it?
Told you we have a smell problem.
He sniffs the air. It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug-related. They look and act like the kind of gut. However, their breathing is regular, their jaws stay put, and their pupils aren't dilated. So, not under the influence right now. At least not under the influence of stimulants. That doesn't rule out hallucination.
The what now? Oh, the old Ultra.
He's like an actor looking to the souffleur for his line.
I have a major sinus infection, stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter, can't even breathe. Yes, that's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowned.
Nosafed is the shit.
Sure. Here you go, officer. The Noser. Blast away.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Goodbye, officer. Hi again. So, how are things going?
Okay.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
A number of things don't add up. Let's take a look. How about gather around, kids? The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. their would-be leader is less amused.
What things?
He senses something is wrong.
Fuck, man. It's difficult to get along with some people, but we're trying to make an effort. We are on a mission here.
We don't need drugs to be hardcore.
Shut the fuck up, Egg.
Climb down from the equestrian monument, cop man. Consciousness is new to the universe. We all have our ways to ease the shock.
What exactly is it you know? I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
What do you mean, friend? It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing. I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
He said it was for his nose.
Likely pseudoephedrine, almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy.
No shit. That's... Come on, that's... I meant to say, not true. What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing. The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
What do you mean by lenient? Okay, man, okay. Things are just so hard for an entrepreneur in this city right now. It's not like we lied when we said we want to turn a church into the wickedest club in East Revachol.
Because we do! We totally do!
We just need to turn it into a speed lab before.
To get our foot in the door.
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up. No, man, they're spooky all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
This is it. Judgment time.
I knew it. It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for Nordic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance. There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves, and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
This will be nothing. You can hear the ice crack underneath you. Outside, the last century waterfront development is crumbling in the wind, a grape-shot row of falling houses. And so is Rue de Saint-Jérôme and all that.
What? Okay, we'll try to do it without the drop. We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels.
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
Goodbye, officer.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Goodbye, officer.
Yes, what is it?
Hi again. So, how things...
Yes? What's the deal? We are grateful, Copman. You're an augury of a new era of anodic dance music. That's fine. We can manage. And you're still sure about keeping our little side business, right? Fine. We can make do. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum. take the legal documents out of the envelope. With a confident flourish, you complete your forgery. What do you... Indeed, they look distinctly different and very convincing. But they're not, and the document will be nullified if they dispute it. That means all you need to do now is mail the signatures to Everart's accountant in La Delta. There was a mail delivery box in the plaza.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in it? Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new... Now, the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honours, detective?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club.
An underground place with no name?
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not?
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please. How about something simple? Like the club?
Too modern and too ironic. We don't want ironic. We want real. Real and true and beautiful. Like a morning after the rave. The name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
Andre's overthinking it.
Yes, you should do it, detective. It would be good for the signs.
Noid's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
Yakukata! Yakukata! The place to be!
Yeko Qatar, the zone of ecological catastrophe. That's too morbid, eh? Got any...
Hardcore! Hardcore to the nega!
No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene.
The amnesia.
Like the... I can't remember...
Amnesia!
It's not amnesia, guys.
I don't.
Good. We have too many opinions anyway.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
The past is the future, but the future is dead!
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave. Like we want it to be.
And short. And memorable.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat. You should go with the flow. Join in on the experience. It feels good. It feels right. But what is this? What is this thing that Andre is doing with his limbs?
I'm dancing.
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing?
Yes, my man.
Talk What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves?
Goodbye, officer. Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you. Goodbye, officer. Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your eyes and dream.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your eyes and vacate your skull, leaving your brain to wonder, where did that little fluttering light go?
Total darkness. You sink down the darkest fathoms of your own personal deep, vertebrate by vertebrate, through the unformed skulls of your mind. Here it will begin. Oh, don't worry. The music's still there. It's you who is gone. Nothing. Just the immaculate silence of your spinal fluid. Electrified. Who fucking cares? God? Where is your God?
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every vertebrae in your spine is an unformed skull ready to pop up and replace the old one. Like shark teeth. The one you're currently in has a little brain forming in it to rule the world. In the spinal cord!
From what I can see, it's about to bust a move.
Foolhardy! Do you even know what's happening on the surface? Maybe 1,000 years have passed. Or maybe you started spazzing out like 2 seconds ago. With your eyes still closed, the first thing you feel, all the way back in the pivoting darkness of your own torso, is warmth. You have become a triumph of rhythmoplastics, somewhere in a smelly wooden church on the coast of Revachol. The wounds from the war you waged on your body are healing, twist by twist, turn by turn. You have become a flawless interlocking mechanism, a flesh and bone approximation of the throb coming from the speaker setup of the one called Eggheads, entirely, rigidly, imbecile, without pity or fear.
Oh my god! No way!
With his reel-to-reel mixer blasting the anthem of a future that will never come, the young man observes your moves for a second. He throws a screwdriver and a bunch of drill chucks into the corner and explodes into dance. What he lacks in sharpness, he more than makes up for in violent enthusiasm. The young man immediately bounces up and down, then assumes the same dance pattern, embellishing it with some sort of waving motion. The authority of the law is clearly unquestionable. The young woman lifts her headphones up slightly and raises her chin, looking at you, expectant.
Asil, are you going to dance?
No, recording.
The lead programmer throws the other young woman a knowing glance. She's still at her mainframe, pressing buttons, reading printouts, but she started nodding her head along to the music.
What's going on here? Delinquent.
This is clearly a Code 31 emergency. The lieutenant squeezes the bridge of his nose. The lights reflect off his glasses. He's obviously having trouble adjusting to this new reality.
The Code 31 emergency? Really?
The lieutenant crosses his arms with a bemused look.
What's happening? Good for you. Rock on, then. What?
Who's the one in charge? You are.
Are you kidding me? Get my what on?
Sheesh, okay.
Okay, you psychopath. I see what you're doing there. It's jacked up footwork, plus is that Ubi folk dancing?
Nah, it's not Ubi folk. It's hardcore.
Yeah. Whatever. Oh yeah? I did 15 years in the juvenile crime unit. I can do age inappropriate. Now, check this shit out.
The lieutenant begins to heel kick the church floor with such intensity, it's reasonable to fear he'll kick a hole right through it, causing the floor to crack and the pillars to collapse, bringing the church roof down on all of you. It doesn't look like he'd give a shit either. The dynamic motion of your flailing body is bordering on the extreme. You're going off the charts. You feel as if turning on the hyperdrive would be a point of no return. Feels almost melancholy. Are you sure you have the entire posse along for this?
Here we go again!
Hardcore fills the air.
The sound above my hair!
The what now? The sound above your what?
Above my hair, man!
Okay, this is too imbecile. Excuse me.
weather-beaten stave church, built 380 years ago by settlers from the Occident, most likely to guard against an anomaly at its center. An officer of the RCM is contorting his body into idiotically rigid shapes as he invents the future of dance music. It's the hardest anyone has ever danced.
I am la Rebachelière. I am the city. The modulations of my voice are noted down with thermometers and barometers. You feel me in your nostrils, on the little hairs on the back of your neck. I also reside in your lungs and vestigial organs. Everywhere there is space. I am a fragment of the world spirit, the genius Loki of Revachol. My heart is the wind corridor. The bottom of my air is red. I have 100,000 luminous arms. Come morning, I carry industrial dust and let it settle on tree leaves. I shake the dust from those leaves and onto your coat. I've seen you. I've seen you. I've seen you with her. And I've seen you without her. I've seen you on the crescent of the hill. You are an officer of the citizens' militia, jaunt and rebut. When you wear your coat, you wear my soul. You move through my streets freely, in motor carriages and on foot. You have access to the hidden places. You also circulate among those who are hidden. I need you. You can keep me on this earth. Be vigilant. I love you.
An officer of the RCM is lying on the floor of a small church with his eyes rolled back and his tongue.
Had a good rest there?
Fuck yeah! I bet you did. Those were some advanced moves, man.
That's all great, but we should really get going.
You might be imagining it, but it feels like Egghead.
Man! Now, man! Now imagine if we could do that, right? But with like 1,000 people.
End of human development. Mission complete.
All right!
You're absolutely beat. Muscles relaxed and feet like noodles underneath.
It's to express my individuality.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
Or because I'm balding, yes. I want to fuse the remains of my hair together before it leaves me. I want to show my hair. I don't give a fuck how old you think I am. I'm 20. Not 20. Of course it is. Otherwise, I'd just be another poor guy with no education and no... Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway, goodbye, officer.
Tremble. The time is now. Time for the show. For Taola. The hallowed time of fear and disintegration. A countdown has begun. O Ulogu Theodos. Monday morning. The moment you arrived in this reality are the first crack in the sheer face of God. From you it will spread. Yes, you spoke the words of the Palindropos and the houses of Pericarnassus. Items, people, even words will tumble. All will lose its meaning in the coming year. It's totally also a coping mechanism. The face of the woman fractures. There will be hurt.
What is it? It's true. The drug fiends have...
This project is immensely...
If you're desperate for collaborators now, I suggest you...
What? I can't hear you! The music is too loud! Oh, the project! It's not going well! There's that guy! I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer into the speakers. He doesn't listen to me! He only ever seems to care about hardcore and yekokata! A place to be, a pair of tanks! Maybe you can get through his... Let me know how it goes!
You got us in, cop.
With wonder in his sharp eyes.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. But you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground.
The would-be leader is cutting some futuristic cell using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the bass. Sire, the tent. 'Twas a security risk. And in here, sanctuary. 'Twas only noble of you.
Okay.
What he means is, you can't possibly have handed them this real estate for such a flimsy reason. Then again, whatever keeps your nose out of the bottle and on the job.
It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total that's right. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it, on the coast here. Was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something, but I understand. Alone on an uninhabited archipelago, forced to face themselves and nature. Pre-industrial quantities of solitude. The sea, perhaps something more fundamental.
He means something paranatural.
I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well. A cop who's into building critique. Okay then, this is folk DeLoreanism, lawmongerer. It's a subset of early DeLorean architecture, art of core. Total. Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLoreanism. This is just an homespun version of it. Folksy stuff, early mass production, like that woman there. Vertical, thin, white, a false image of grandeur. The source of the system is up there. You're at the bottom. That like to show off large and intricate structures. Arches, spires. Stands to reason it used to be white on the outside.
Year after year, flake after flake, slowly peeled by the wind. Your skin crawls from the sensation as you look around.
I don't. Fuck her giving me the evil eye. You defend her, law minion. She was a
Mellow, man, mellow! No one's a mass murderer.
Mass murder on the floor!
There is. She is a party repellent, a must be taken down before we can begin partying in here.
The speed freak's eyes narrow.
It's not coming down. People are gonna love it. It'll be like our thing. Plus it keeps the cold and the rain out.
The world spirit does not have a body. It has organs. This Arno van Eyck track is an organ. The carpentry and glass cutting that built this house are also organs. She's a thief, if you ask me. An organ thief. All innocences are. Humanism leads to eating sugar and pigs. Humanism was invented to mass-produce billions of humans. Billions of humans can mass-produce hundreds of billions of pigs.
And many, many more tons of sugar.
She liked games. Her legacy, the thing we live in, isn't real life. It's a strategy for some kind of victory against a long-dead opponent. But, yeah.
What a strange choice of words. Caustic. Overflowing with negativity. That can't be healthy. What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to this window? Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't come back to this anymore. Stop talking about it, please.
I did get to talk to the crabman. Anyway, he's been giving me kind of a soft. Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us. Have you been listening to what Eggspin's? The man picks up on stuff. And he knows. Good thing you didn't squash him. The crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things. Things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubies built this place about 320 years ago as a sarcophagus. Not like a literal sarcophagus. I'm just being metaphorical. Encasement, confinement of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isla. I think that's what the crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs. Like, this is some old world shit the Ubies had heard about. I thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church surrounding it to contain it. I don't know. And it's not something they properly understood either, what it does. But it's what this Sona person is looking for and trying to measure. It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. All those things they really can't.
The wood creaks as a gale blows by. Outside, dust particles fall through the darkness, settling down on the age-bleached floorboards. The structure does not feel particularly durable.
No, it's pretty fucking unsound if you ask me. They should have built a club for anodic music around it. Anodic music will definitely contain whatever we're dealing with. And if it can't, well, seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like substance, like a concentric ring spreading out, the struggling villages. And that is what caused the communards to fail in defending the beachhead. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can figure things out, Copman. Trying to get a line with the big...
Come on, Noid. I think we owe him.
Asel's right. He's one of us now.
Yeah, alright. But if you're going to sync up with them, you're gonna need a serious wave generator of your own. You understand what I'm saying? Not likely. Scoped that spot a while back. It's shortwave stuff.
Build it ourselves! We built this nightclub, we can build anything!
Yeah, maybe. Tech-wise, radio's not the spookiest thing around.
An antenna hardcore enough to shake the whole world!
Maybe not that big, but pretty big.
This is easy. Antennas are basically just talk. The young man looks.
Not likely to work. This old church is...
He's being uncharacteristically polite. He means they don't make... He shrugs, as though the point were rather obvious.
Suspicious. It took us... It's short for a reasonable...
This is a good...
I don't...
Something is off here. You feel like it should be the other way around.
I prefer not to. Both asked the wrong questions. Any spark of light... The original mistake was assuming that words have more being than bodies. That's what led us astray. Far from our true lives.
Whatever this true life is, you feel it's the real centerpiece of this.
It's our only shit. We should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves. Yes, having food is means to an end, but the left never talks about the end, only the means. Caps are likewise suckers, constantly sleepless in worry. No, politics is an inert complex of daily corruption and inane think pieces. The real paradigm is economic, and it concerns pig and wheat. This is where the innovation happens. It's only a theory. I suspect they're breeding a pig-wheat hybrid. Probably in Grad.
His eyes flicker.
They're hardcore. They're just clothes. It's just a style, you know. Normal hard dead body, spirit entered, sure. But life is true if it's free from beats and bright light.
Just the young man. Rejection.
Nationalism.
He picks...
Many non...
Lord of the Western Plain. It is really happening right here. The migrants are contaminating our youth.
Utmost...
The term...
Egghead usually has...
Hardcore!
Maybe you'd be many...
Lord of the Western...
Oh yeah, sure thing. Yo, man, what's on your mind?
Aggressive. Monot... Dedicated, hyperactive, test your limits, surpass them. This is for your posse. They got to keep it up. They got to move. You are the major mic enforcer. Endless are the wonders born out of the cultural collaboration, so wisely facilitated by the free world. Close your eyes, unfold your mental map of Martinez. It's morning. You're standing on the plaza before the whirling in rags. The wind pushes a piece of tear across the cracked tiles. From the north comes the malicious laughter of two children. Your eye follows the tiles west. From behind you, a low, spectral voice whispers, "Nay." Beyond the unkempt, the voice again. Just a moment. That voice isn't human. You turn around. The morning's
Centaur Man is made of metal.
Yeah! Connect the centaur to the lorry.
Huh? Sounds like Egg saying you could use some of the spare cables to rig up the stalled motor lorries and increase the wavelength, which would pretty much make the old roundabout one giant antenna.
One roundabout! One wavelength! Hardcore!
Pretty hardcore. Maybe it would...
We have the amps!
He's right. All we're missing now is the transceiver itself. I don't know. Buy one?
And before you ask, no, you can't have the radio from my kinema.
Can't do it. We just got it. Yeah, probably. Thing is, you'd have to be an engineer to get it out. I'd stick with regular radios if I were you. Some equipment from Arbor could work. Worth the legwork at least. While you're gone, me and Egg will get the rest of the gear together. Meet us back here when you got it.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair stands behind, and as though you're supposed to be
Hardcore! It's hardcore! Skibber D, Skibber Danger.
Your cop training did not prepare you for. Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think? The young man behind.
This is hardcore. Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent.
Encore! All right!
He furrows his brow as.
Hardcore! Ah!
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say.
Under the radar, over the top. Back to the heavyweight. Hardcore! 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 Internal. All.
He
Is it though? But
feels like you should reply with the.
I am the mic enforcer. We're close. True. Hard. Full. Hardcore. Yeah.
This young man adds a capital G before the A. Or maybe it's not Godvolian. Maybe it's Oranese.
Hardcore. You know about him too? You know Van Eyck? Wow.
The skinny wraith looks at.
So am I. Oh. It's Egghead to the mega. The advent? We're close. True. Hard. Full. It's hardcore. Skibber.
Your cop train.
We're close. True. Hard. Full. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeko Kata. The place to be. Yeko Kata.
Yeko Kata is an intricate.
We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. Encore. Oh. Gotta get the people going. I'm the party boy. It's my job. Hardcore party.
There is a place.
We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. Encore. Oh. Gotta get the people. Yeah. We're close. True. Hard. Yeah.
This young. Or maybe it's.
The white. Yeah. We're close. True. Hard. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. Encore. All right.
He furrows.
Hardcore. Ah.
The question is, what is the question? But there was a question. The cloud.
True. Hardcore. Internally coherent.
All car. All right.
He furrowed.
Hardcore.
The question is, what? But there was no. The clouds.
True. Hardcore. Internal.
All car.
He furrowed.
Is it though?
One mind.
The cloud.
True. Hardcore to the. Here comes the.
The cloud.
True. Hardcore. Internally coherent.
All car.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore.
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
The skin on your back is crawling. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, right next to the canal.
Lungs are for love. When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body. For the world loved her, and she loved it.
Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you hold the breath of your soul?
I think so. Highly gaily. To the mega! Yeah! Oh, she uses 3.5. Yeah.
Oh no, we're going to...
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it. Hang on. This is a 4.5.
Whoa, thank God.
Great! Someone got through to him!
Everybody! Everybody! The honor will be back! But we're doing something else for one moment. Alright, no nation!
Don't be a...
Yeah!
Unless you were thinking Revershow imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing.
Hardcore!
He's not a commie.
Yeah! I could...
Please don't turn him in...
Oh yeah, turn him into a communist. Come on, it would be super.
I can be an ultra!
Please don't turn it...
Oh jeez, please don't do that. There's enough exploitation in the world.
Aye! Oh sure!
Please don't turn him in...
I don't even know what to say to that.
I can do that!
Please don't turn him...
Oh yeah, sure. This is it.
Aye! I can...
Please don't turn him in...
Oh jeez, please don't do that.
Aye! Capital rules the nation! It's a...
You swear you feel the profit margins reflecting off Jermaine Egghead's giant smile.
There's not some... Isn't some... It's like...
I think it's super hot.
The young, his friend, if anything, it sounds a bit proto. Like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
We can all hear it's not hyper-hardcore. It figures...
Uh-huh! Wow!
For a moment, you almost think he's going to put his hand down.
I think you might be right. But how could it become hard? No! This is the answer! What? Oh, yeah!
But you're not. This is almost...
I know! So does mine! Uh-huh! Oh! Uh-huh! know.
But you're not.
I know. So does mine. Yeah. Capital is salvation. Dark, cold, hard.
Basically, yes.
Yeah. The first.
Could it be? Maybe.
All right. Hit.
Vibrate a hawthorn tree on root he stands. The other real deck is empty. No, that would. Vibrate a hawthorn he stands. The other real deck is empty. Even dance into this beat.
What? Wow. Okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from? I'm sorry.
He feels ashamed. He can't be of more service to the future of dance music. The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his...
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it. So,
Yeah, maybe that street hawker across the pawn shop is...
There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain.
Maybe you should... Oh, I know. I know this. I can tell you where it is.
St. G is the boulevard before the canal bridge. The one that takes you to the whirling in rags and the industrial...
I knew that. I could have said...
And the mosaic sidewalk.
But it's all blocked with that...
Anyway, that's all yours to...
Cutman! Tape! Yeah! Spins the tape until the space escape! Yeah! Capital for...
She's whistling a melody.
Hey there, and no, it's got nothing to do with Contact Mike. No. Good, I've Sauna, the programmer. Sure. You help. Oh, she's a bit odd, I have to say. But earlier today, she told me about, well, Andre. He's a cool guy. He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, nothing. Must have. I've never seen him so psyched about anything, though. And he's often psyched. Looks sort of desperate, like it's his last chance or something. Or maybe he was just high. I mean, not that he does drugs, just high, you know? Yes. Anyway. Yes. Come to think of it, yes.
This is the first time you've heard her laugh.
He's in some kind of a self-destruct. Who do you want to know about? Sure. You helped. He's a four-burger. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle. What do you mean, do? Like, he's a carpenter. Trained and all. He's very good. Wow, you really have talked to him. Indeed. Noid serves no master, but what do you want to know? It's just something poor Fallberg kids do every spring. I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering. Okay. Then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different people. Yeah. I hope you do. Who do you want to know about? What do you mean? Oh, that. He's the party boy. Anodic music does...
Pachoo, swish. Your credentials as the resident future man of Revachol are being questioned.
Yes. Anyway.
I understand. Anyway. Yes, tore it to pieces.
What do you want to know? Actually, we don't know. One time...
The worst of...
Egg came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back. Couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City, because it took us 2 days to walk back to the fort. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked why he came with us. People are sweet.
You can see it must have been a great night. The memory caught you wish you'd been there.
Who do you want to know about? Me? Again? Yes, sure.
Yes, what is it? Okay, but think you can ask him to try.
Maximum! Maximum is...
I know it is, but
Pump it to the brick!
Glue style? Okay, they're literally...
see? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless. Because I'm a...
Can't turn down the heart!
Of course it is.
Yeah!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project.
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air.
Born ready.
Ready.
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically. Suddenly, your palms are sweaty. The church seems cold and large.
What? No, we should definitely do this. I am 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You disengaged.
No wind outside, no waves. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly, it's out there now, in the world, made manifest. It will devour everything, the floorboards, the glass, the streets and the people. Nothing.
Guys, what's going on?
It's getting louder.
Hosiana! Mother of Mega!
In his mind, a tidal wave approaching from afar, swallowing entire coastlines on its way. Salvation.
The beauty and the beat! The future of dawn!
No, Egg! It's the window!
In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps.
The window is going to come down! No, the roof!
Come down to us! Love!
Below it, all the base grows. Like the jaws, it's shaking the building's foundation. A great pulse arises in your flesh.
That's it. I'm muting it. Shit! It doesn't stop. A seal? Have you?
Yes! I've turned it off! Andre, pull the compressor!
Fuck! I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in.
In the mixing desk now, building into a positive feedback loop. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down. And then it stops, totally and utterly, as if there never was a sound. Only
Egg.
I pulled the plug.
You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell.
4 years. 22 people. Millions of reals. All that time? This is what we were up against. Just...
Yeah, but did you record it, though? It was...
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's a start. Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some...
That it wasn't her fault.
They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they... It was mathematical information from the anomaly, presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically. Theoretically, I have no idea. I've never even heard of any...
Her voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your...
It was very hard not to.
I promise of... Stay here! I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Sulispov. Also,
I want you to know that's...
I don't care. Now.
Yes. And we have to get back to stabilizing...
Some tiny hard thing lets go. You have an explanation for all this. You don't know enough about the world. But that Joyce, if you knew all she knows, could put it together. Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing, yet someone...
In this yard?
He's assessing the situation.
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a block obscure, for cheap. It didn't work out. A black block. A part of the city left unrenovated after the war.
On aerial photos, block obscures look like...
Practically, it's not an...
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front. The mail collection box has no faith in your psychopathic manipulations.
Yes, for sending mail.
You dropped the white envelope in the darkness. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug Everard. You know he's going to...
Alright, let's go back to Everard. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
The file cabinets, the drawers. A common office radio, like any...
There's usually a little...
The lock disengages with a nice click. There's nothing obviously remarkable about it. If this transceiver were a person, it would be an accountant.
I'm not sure where you...
The transceiver appears...
You've surprised me more than once during...
With its... The payphone hangs...
Mister, I'm not...
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing... Now, what can Everard Clare do for you today? Ah, yes.
Actually, he refused, not even a speck of anger in his voice.
The Golden Boy returns once more. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about...
See, forging that signature really paid off. Well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're in.
Harry. Well, let's just say there'll be freshly renovated buildings.
He proudly spreads his hands to demonstrate that...
So the village is doomed.
You were there. You saw the place. A wasteland. There's nothing left. But mark my word, reset. I have big plans for Martinez. And they do not include humans living in those... Harry, imagine a youth center supermarket church complex. Employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast... Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on. Yes, I do. I got the center. I got room for a retail...
There is true indignation in his voice when he speaks about the state of things. And the pain is true. He's seen kids do worse than that. And then there will be a giant statue of him towering above it all.
I'm not a symbolist, Harry. I'm a realist. My statue will be Martinez rebuilt. 5-story building complexes, kids off speed, and landowners in a zone...
You would look nice as a statue.
Damn right I'm up to something, Harry. I did not, Harry. Although I am very, very glad he's dead. Why, a war, of course.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war. I have. It's a great story, Harry. Did you also know how the bee colony kills the giant hornet? They swarm and blanket it entirely until it suffers a massive heat stroke.
He crosses his hands contently, thinking of...
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, the more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. Harry, there is no strike. We're not going to give nothing.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance. Tits from her arse.
Actually, no. It's
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it's already happening. 2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
2,373, and they're all well motivated. At least the ones you've seen.
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to... We've been running back with renewed zeal...
That's drugs.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking. The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad. We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his...
Benefed is a children's cold medicine, usually apricot.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidone.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd...
He's basically admitting to it.
Yes, of course. And while...
Nothing in his features.
Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug. Let's look at the big picture. I'm gonna unite them all into one economic body. We're gonna incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's gonna be in on the wealth, and everyone's gonna pull their weight. Harry, the...
Oh yeah, skull and bones. Skull and bones on the Revacholian flag. The Revachol...
We're way past... You can bother...
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant.
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me. But it had to be done. An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the...
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as terrifying.
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your...
Union Boy's gonna help you fix it. He winks at you. Don't worry, Harry.
The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debarders Union.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry.
There it is again. The pigs. Like Roy said.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally someone calls them.
It actually sounds extremely bad, but let's not give him the satisfaction.
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff.
Great, Harry. This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together. I'm always happy to... Very nice.
Hello, dear. Thank you for doing that, dear.
Her smile is...
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him. I'm sorry, dear.
Her voice is shaking.
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
That really is too much, sweetie.
Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this?
Different? How? I'm in doubt, sweetie. That's all. It's, a strange...
And when a police officer asks, you must answer.
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your...
Hunching her shoulders now. She seems even smaller than she is. Like a sad young girl.
Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not. Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
No, sweetie. There's more to it than that. Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That, and for years his belief...
That I am a queen?
But now, we're both getting old and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just...
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything. An acorn is not the same as the tree. That requires time, diligence, and care.
But it is. We've spent years searching for the phasmid, hunting it together. Without it, what if I hadn't led him down this path? He could have a steady job lecturing at a university.
You know, this reminds you of the Pericarnassian theory of love. In essence, love is a relay out of death. Generation by generation, our love remains in our progeny. Lay some of that on her.
Oh, sweetie, I don't think the Pericarnassians were thinking of people in my situation. I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I arrived, on our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologists, if I didn't tell him that story...
She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking.
Maybe. But then why do I not dare tell him? I've wasted enough of your... What you have to know is the Insulindian phasmid probably does not exist.
Are there? Some of the other things are pretty bad.
I'm not sure of anything. Sometimes I still...
Rising, unfolding from the reeds on a hot summer.
Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever and I need to get him... Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered.
Really?
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel. Okay? It's 11.
A sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it.
You too, sweetie. Thank you for everything, truly. Even though it turned out to be a
waste of time. A dream like that. She drives off. The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, it's...
We should go too.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cab arson, petty theft. You don't exactly. It takes about half an hour to piece one together. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. Without resistance or sound, the two panels move. It's slight. The acidic stench.
I was just thinking, what a nice evening it is for taking part in a murder investigation.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring. As the porcelain meets the metal, this does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds him.
where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via...
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
The phrase was used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line. Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Cohoy style? He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Cohoy. It wasn't his everything. No, I'm pretty sure he did all those things, and then had to internalize them to keep on living, until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for? Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And he was like the Seminoles conflict, the Cohoy massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezud all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
When he said he was done, and done mentally, it didn't sound like a joke. Sounded like a deeply troubled man.
Well, maybe I pieced him back together with my magical personality. Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy Boys recorded? Your mother probably never told you this, but girls are evil. Had I the physical robustness and social support, I'd be in Cohoy.
Did he tell you he had actually done any...
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed...
There is a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage in such a being. What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems...
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it...
Lelystad. We have a few questions you can help us with.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
Oh, That.
It's clear she liked it.
Quite a lot, yes. Sure, waterways. It was mostly for showing off. How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course.
Is this Oranese lit?
He's smoking and drinking, of course. And the woman goes, and he said, and so it goes, oh yeah. No thank you. I've seen enough of him dead.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Oranje needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the Seminine Islands. And a change of topic, perhaps? In Oranje, officer. It's, I think, Minister...
Lelystad Municipal.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranje.
No love for Muta Oranje? Wasn't he a soldier?
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind. He was by no means a stupid man.
A flash of rage comes over you. The words have already left your mouth.
Had he passed that test, we wouldn't have gotten along. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me. He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have...
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no, we even celebrated his birthday like some week...
Looks like you were right, officer.
Points aren't good. Have one, you old dog, before we all die.
It isn't. Police work is a cooperative sport.
Yes. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies. It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice.
He had a combat wound?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone. Why do you ask? Occult vision? Maybe you're interpreting them wrong?
Everything checks out here. It's all A-OK. Good answer.
Why do you ask? Well, it's wrong. He had too many drinks to down and...
Everything checks out here. It's all A-OK.
Good for you.
What do you think it will tell us?
I don't know how a semen sample works, officers. How many days after intercourse does it have to be? I don't even know if he had sex with someone else. We didn't go steady.
Is she avoiding anything? Technically not.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee. Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, below the damage. The weeks of deep. How old are you? That's where this is going. 45.
Huh? How old? 58? You asked. He was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week.
There's silence. Then a little more. Here it comes.
Sure, you're 42. Let's go?
Wait. This requires scientific measurements. To the laboratorium. The trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak. Poor things.
Tequila sunset. Whoop-de-doo. It depends.
You might.
No, booze. So, have you got anything for good? Classy.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna shit? Don't call.
Shut up. I developed 22. It did. But now, one day
His up.
So I was halfway wet. I made. Naturally, the situation.
No.
Whatever. So I wish people are.
Heavy is.
Just. But when. Anyway. So, now you've. Tequila.
Why didn't you go to the...
Well, I can't say the hobo, but that charm. Good.
You of all people should. Sounds. If it sounds like it makes no sense, that's because it doesn't.
Well, you know, sex sells. That's the first rule. That's what's so... What? Pretty...
Good God. Randomized. And then there's the smell. But you don't...
Wow.
That's because you're
Hey!
Shut the fuck up.
I thought... Don't.
And this is tequila. Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you... Nah, this isn't it. Found? That's medium concept stuff. Totally not my style. No fucking way.
Hey, Doom Spiral. Ain't that the jacket you stole?
Not on your fucking life. Tell you what, Tequila. Why don't you just hang on to that one?
At least you got a nice jacket for your troubles.
I do. But as you can see, my fuel tank is running quite low. If you catch my drift. Cotton man.
Okay, let's step aside. wanting to have a little chat with you. I'm glad you finally started dressing a little more like an officer.
Your half-brother is proud to stand beside you. The lieutenant regards you for a moment.
Right, detective. You know the expression, the clothes make the man? The right outfit in the right situation can make all the difference in the world. Let's not get ahead. Anyway, we should probably get back to the case.
Wow, so someone's been a little... Yes, my standard liege. Of course you do. Yes, the type of cop you are, son. Done and done.
Put your hands where I can see them. Show me your hands. This is the pigs.
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude. Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.